The forest was endless, dark as ink, and so dense that even the midday sun could barely pierce through the thick canopy of ancient trees. Every few steps, the ground gave way to roots thicker than a man's torso or puddles that reeked of decay. It was here, buried within an impossible labyrinth of endless greenery and death, that the Book of Eternal Tongues was said to rest. The myths whispered that the book had no beginning and no end. Written in languages forgotten by the world, it was said to be alive, watching, waiting. Over centuries, countless sorcerers, tantrics, dark priests, and seekers of forbidden knowledge had set out to find it. None returned, but the hunger for power is endless. And so, the expedition was formed again. This time, it was led by Adrian Voss, an ambitious scholar-turned-occultist who believed he had found a missing piece of a centuries-old map that pointed straight to the hidden sanctuary of the book. Adrian was not alone. With him were three others: Selena Gray, a renowned cryptographer; Father Lucian, a defrocked priest; and Malik Rana, a mercenary from the mountains of northern India. They ventured into the forest, carrying ancient scrolls, relics of protection, knives dipped in blessed oils, and a map that seemed to twist and change every night they camped. The deeper they went, the more the forest changed. Trees grew unnaturally tall and leaned inward. Their branches knotted into grotesque faces that moaned in the wind. Animals were absent. One night, by the dim light of a single fire, Selena unrolled the map once again. "It's moving," she whispered, and it was. The ink shifted on its own, the path realigning under her gaze. Father Lucian crossed himself. "We should not be here." But Adrian was relentless. "Tomorrow. We reach it tomorrow." And they did. At the break of dawn, the trees gave way to a vast clearing. In the center stood an entrance, not built by hands, but a hole ripped into the earth itself, a jagged maw that breathed cold air like the mouth of some slumbering titan. Without speaking, they descended into the darkness. The labyrinth of caves stretched endlessly, but the map guided them. Hours passed, maybe days. Time lost all meaning. And then they found it. The book rested atop a stone altar, floating slightly above its surface, glowing with a faint, sickly blue light. It looked newly made, bound in black leather. Adrian stepped forward, hands trembling, and grasped it. The cave shuddered as if awakening. Walls bled. Whispers filled the air, so soft that they made the mind itch. Malik raised his rifle, spinning around, scanning for enemies. "There's something here," he growled. "Nothing can harm us," Adrian said, his voice giddy. "We have it. Do you understand what this means?" Selena stared at the book, her vision blurred, and for a moment she thought she saw 100 faces writhing under the leather cover, screaming silently. Father Lucian backed away, muttering prayers. Adrian ignored them. He opened the book. At first, nothing happened. Then, the ground shook violently. From the shadows poured figures, tall, gaunt, their flesh translucent. Malik fired. Bullets passed through them. They kept coming. Selena screamed as one brushed against her, her skin instantly erupting in bruises and sores. Adrian turned page after page, desperate to find a spell that would save them. The book's pages mocked him, shifting, changing languages faster than he could comprehend. The forest above them roared. Vines shot down into the caves, wrapping around Malik's legs, dragging him screaming into the darkness. Father Lucian pulled a vial of holy water from his coat. Selena clutched Adrian's arm, screaming, "Close it! Close the book!" Adrian hesitated. He could feel it. The power. The knowledge. He could raise armies. He could control time. He refused. Instead, he began tearing pages from the book, desperate to find the right incantation. The book reacted. The leather cover writhed, the gold bindings split open like mouths. Adrian stumbled back, clutching a torn page. The book disappeared, vanished from his hands as if it had never existed. The ground beneath their feet gave way. They fell through endless tunnels, tumbling through darkness. When they awoke, they were back in the forest. But the forest was not the same. It was bleeding. The trees wept blood. The whispers were louder now, crawling into their ears, their mouths, their eyes. Malik was gone. Father Lucien wept openly. Selena could not stop trembling. Adrian lay on his back, staring at the piece of torn page clutched in his hand. It was blank. He had angered the book, and now the book would not let them go. For days they wandered. Food rotted in their packs. Water turned to black sludge. Strange things appeared in the corners of their vision. Figures of loved ones, dead and forgotten. One night, Selena vanished. No scream, no sound. One moment she was there, the next, a pool of black liquid where she had stood. Father Lucien accused Adrian of dooming them all. He tried to kill him with a broken branch. Adrian fought him off, but when he looked down, he realized it wasn't Lucien's face he had bashed in. It was his own father's. The forest was playing tricks, or it was no longer tricks. The forest was alive now, and it hated them. Father Lucien finally broke. He wandered off into the mist, singing nursery rhymes. Adrian was alone. He pressed onward, driven by something he couldn't name. The map was gone. The book was gone. He had only the blank page, and yet he felt it burning. One night, he stumbled upon a clearing. In the center was the book. It hovered above the grass, untouched, unblemished. Around it knelt the remains of others, explorers from centuries ago. The book had always been here. It had always been calling. Adrian stepped forward. He knew now. It was not meant to be stolen. It was meant to choose. It had chosen him.